So this is a totally cool trick that I learned by watching a master skipper in Greece one time at a dock. And what they had done is just they'd tied one line to the dock, and they needed to do some other preparations and things on the dock, and so they just sat there like this. And look, notice the wind. It's 10 knots coming completely sideways, and I've got it engaged in gear, 1100 RPM, and we're just sitting here, and I am just working the wheel, so like this, just to keep it in exactly the same position. So I can turn it this way a little bit, and I can turn it this way a little bit, and we're just sitting here in exactly the same position. So what we can do is, let's say we really want to put the boat, over there now. We're ready to go over there. So what I can do is just increase the throttle. All right, and watch this. As I increase the throttle and I'm just working the wheel, the boat is just moving that way against the wind. Increase the throttle a bit more. All right, and I'm just working the wheel. Either way, just kind of balancing everything. And let's say I want to go that way a little bit more, so I'll just turn the wheel a little bit more, and I can get the boat to just sort of climb up the wind like this. Alright, so I'm just moving the boat completely laterally. Now I'm turning the wheel this way to straighten the boat out, and the stern gets pushed that way. Alright, now if I want to go further up, I can just turn the boat up a bit more like this and let it climb up that way. Just go forward, so the boat can't go forward, but it's going sideways, and then I can just turn the wheel just nice and easy like this, and there I am. Okay, I'm in the position, and I still want to keep it in gear because we still got wind blowing us around, but now we can maybe tie this stern over to the other dock or whatever. Trick is just using the wheel, staying behind the wheel, getting a crew to do whatever you want. Right, so again, I'll just climb back up the wind a little bit, and maybe they can get side cleats, midship cleats sorted out and all that kind of stuff. And I'm climbing back up the wind, and I'm not using much space here. And there you go, look at that. Then we can actually even just tighten that one up and get on and get other cleats on. So this is such a cool little trick, just to sit here and be completely happy with the wind. And we can even dial the wind up. So let's go to, we're at 16 knots. Now let's go to 20 knots. All right, now it's starting to push us around a little bit. That's all right. We can just push the boat into wind a little bit more. Climb up the wind. And just work the wheel nice and easy. All right, and then look at this. Turn the wheel this way, make the stern of the boat go that way, and look what we got. Okay, let's get a side cleat on over there now, and then that will put us in a nice stable position. So, what a cool trick. Get the VR system and practice all of this, so that when you go to Greece or you go to Croatia and you're doing this stern tie stuff, just keeping us stable right now. When you're doing this, all this Mediterranean mooring and stern tie stuff, you can really start to become confident. And look how little I'm just turning the wheel. And we've got 20 knots of wind, sideways. That's pretty significant. You will become so confident when you get the VR set. And look, if you buy the MetaQuest 3, it's $500. I mean, that's the cost of one gel coat scratch, or serious embarrassment in the marina when everybody's scanting around, throwing dock lines and screaming and yelling at you. When if you just know all the tricks, you can come in and everybody continue sitting on the docks and having their gin and tonics or their ouzos, watching you do a perfect job. So this, using Marineverse app, is just such a good little, look at this, bring it around. Whoa, I might have been doing it too hard there. All right, so you learn that trick. not to do things too hard and panic anything. All right. Hope you enjoyed this little trick.